Okay, now we're going to extend our knowledge about place value and patterns to base 7. So base 7 has 7 digits, so that would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So in base 7, I can't use anything other than those 7 digits. Alright, so what I want to do now is I want to convert a base 10 number to a base 7 number. So let's try 51 base 10 to base 7. Okay, so if we're doing base 7, we need to remember that the first place will be 7 to the 0 power. Now, just like we had in base 5 and base 10, first power is always the 0, and then we go up by one subsequent number, okay, or one consecutive integer. 7 to the first, 7 to the second, 7 to the third, and so forth. Okay? So if I look at my powers of 7, 7 to the 0 power, again, is always 1. Anything to the 0. 7 to the first power is just 1 7. 7 to the second power is 7 times 7, or 49. 7 to the third power is 7 times 7 times 7, or 49 times 7, which is 343. Alright, so I'm going to use the same process we did before. If I write down the number 51, and I have to decide what I want to divide it by. So I want the largest power of 7 that's there, so that would be 49. So I have 7 to the second power, which is 49. Okay, so 49 divides into 51 one time. 1 times 49 is 49, and subtract and get 2. So that's my remainder. Then I take my remainder and divide again. So the only thing this would divide, it won't divide by 7, but it would divide by 1, which is 7 to the 0 power. Okay, so 1 into 2 goes 2 times. 2 times 1 is 2. Remainder 0. So then I do my place value just like we did before. So we have 7 to the 0 power, 7 to the first, and 7 to the second. Okay, so 7 to the 0 power is 2. 7 to the second power is 1. And I need a 0 to hold my place for 7 to the first because I don't have one. Okay, so that 51 base 10 equals 102 base 7. Okay? Now, let's double check that and change it back to base 10 and see if I get the same thing. So to change back to base 10, start out with the largest. 7 to the second times 1. And sometimes I write it 1 times 7 to the second. Just remember that multiplication is commutative, which means that it doesn't matter which order I multiply by, whether I say 1 times 7 to the second or 7 to the second times 1. Alright, then 7 to the first times 0, and 7 to the 0 times 2. So this one is 7 to the second power is 49 times 1, which is just 49. 7 to the first is 7 times 0, which is 0. And 7 to the 0 is 1 times 2, which is 2. And then I do the addition. 49 plus 0 plus 2 is 51. So I verified that 51 base 10 is equal to 102 base 7. Okay? Now, let's take 303 base 7 and convert to base 10. Okay, now, what you need to see is we've already got the answer. Okay? I'm just asking you to do backwards now. So pause the video. Remember, you're gonna pause the video now and try to take it backwards to base 7, to base 10. I'm sorry. So you're going to use your powers: 7 to the 0, 7 to the first, 7 to the second. So pause your video right now and see if you can work this out and see what 307 is base 10. Okay, if you got 150 base 10, you're correct. Okay, so let's do that and see. So this represents 7 to the 0, 7 to the first, 7 to the second. So then I would take 3 times 7 to the second, 0 times 7 to the first, and 3 times 7 to the 0. So I have 3 times 49 and 3 times 49 and pause. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to convert 150 base 10 to base 7. So we're going to use the same process we did before, and you're going to pause the video now and do the math, and let's see what kind of answer we get. Did you get 303 base 7? Okay, if you didn't, you might be wrong. So let's try and see what we get here. Okay, so we start out with 150, and we're going to be dividing that by powers of 7. So let's take and do 7 to the 0 power is 1, 7 to the first is 7, 7 to the second is 49, 7 to the third is 343, and it truly does work. Okay, just exactly like what we had before. Alright, so that if we take, we're going to divide 150 by 49 because nothing larger goes, and that would be 7 to the second power. So 150 divided by 49 is 3, and then 3 times 49 would be 147, and then subtract and get 3. So we've got remainder 3. So then we're going to take 3 and divide that by 1, which is 7 to the 0 power. So 3 into 3, 1 into 3 is 3. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract and get 0. Alright, so then I have 7 to the 0 power, 7 to the first power, 7 to the second power. 7 to the 0 power is 3. 7 to the second power is 3. And we need a placeholder. Okay, now let's convert that backwards and see what happens. Alright, so let's double check it and convert back to base 10. So then I have 3 times 7 to the second, 0 times 7 to the first, and 3 times 7 to the 0. So 3 times 49 equals 147. 0 times 7 equals 0. And 3 times 1 equals 3. So when I add 147 and 3, I get 150. So it really is 150 base 10. And that's it for base 7.